Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about practical tips for foreigners in Uganda, and our topic today is theft and safety. Uganda is a great place. The people are very friendly. It's so cool to see the animals up close if you go in that part of the country. The food is fantastic. The kids are so loving. It's really great. It's a really great place. But we also can't be lulled into a false sense of security. You have to remember that you are a foreigner here, and that your light skin is going to make you a target. So maybe you're from India or from Asia. India is Asia, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe you're from China. Maybe you're from Australia. Maybe you're from England. But because our skin is not dark, like like African skin, like Ugandan skin is kind of like this really pretty caramel color. Because our skin is so light, it makes us a target. People will target you, and they will assume you're going to be careless because you don't know the community, you don't know the rules, you don't know the culture here. So let me give you a couple of quick tips to help you to avoid disappointment, okay? So the first thing is, if you're going to go downtown and go shopping, which you can find really great deals downtown, do not go alone. Do not go with just another person from your party. Go with a Ugandan guide. Absolutely. That's number one. Don't just run around this place by yourself. You might feel like it's okay and feel like you're safe and maybe nothing will happen, but if you are by yourself and somebody targets you and kidnaps you or beats you, then who do you have to help you? Nobody. Do not do that. Especially if you don't speak the local languages. Make sure that you always have a Ugandan with you, because the truth is, if you're going to shop, they're going to make the price mark up by about 300% because you're a Mzungu, you're a white person. So you need to have a Ugandan with you to kind of help you keep the prices reasonable, okay? So theft and safety. When you're walking around downtown or when you're walking around in the village, don't just have your purse, like your bag, right here on your shoulder, because it's so easy to steal, right? You want to make sure. I always move with a backpack, quite honestly, because I put it on my back or I'll put it on the front, and it's a lot harder to steal, right? And if I do move with a backpack that has a lot of zippers, I make sure that the things that have money or passport or whatever, that it's deep, deep, deep in the backpack, down in the bottom where they can't get to it. So that even if somebody opened a zipper, they wouldn't be able to find my money or my passport. So you want to make sure that you're keeping whatever bags you move with close to you. Now, there's a couple danger zones that are local here that I want to talk about. The traffic here can be kind of bad at times, where you can get stuck for hours, like LA traffic, seriously. Not with the LA roads, but with just so much traffic. And so what happens is, it's hot and you're waiting and you're bored, so the window's open so you can get some air and you're on your phone. And these people, man, they have perfected the art of stealing. They will dive all the way into your car to take your phone, and before you know it, it's gone. And there's nothing you can do to get it back, because these people know what they're doing. Do not do that. If you are in the car and the window is down, then do not have your phone out, period. Don't have it out. You sitting here talking, they'll snatch it right away from you, and now you have no phone. And even maybe you think, oh, I'm being smart, I'm going to talk on this side. They can still reach in and snag that phone. I've seen it happen. If the window's down and you're in a high traffic area where you're not really moving and you're sitting still, or you're moving very slowly, don't have the phone out, because they are watching for signs that you're on the phone. If they see your head down, they're like, oh, that person has a phone. And they stalk the car for a while, and then they take their chance and they pounce just like a lion and steal your stuff. Phone, tablet, any electronics like that, don't have it out when you're in like a high traffic area where you're sitting still, because you'll lose it. And that happened to me. I thought I was so smart. I was in the car, it was getting late, it was like dusk, and the window was down because it was like super, super hot. And the phone only had like 2%, and I was bored, I admit, because I was reading a book. And I had turned, the window's over here, I had turned all the way around, and I was in the back, kind of, with my phone. That guy jumped in the window all the way into the car and grabbed my phone right out of my hand. And then me, being naive, because this is when I first moved here, I jumped out of the car and chased him. And the people that were in the car were like, come back, what are you doing? Because it's not safe to do that. I chased him to a place where I couldn't go any further. and he got the phone, and nothing was stolen from it because the battery was almost dead and there's a lock screen in 30 seconds. That I learned a valuable lesson. There's nothing more important that you need to have your phone out when that window's down. And not only when it's down, but if you're in a high congested area and you're just inching along and the window's up, you still shouldn't have it out. That's just the truth. You still shouldn't have it out because they can break the window. Make sure you lock your doors. Always lock your doors. They can break the window and reach right in and take it. So be aware of your electronics. It's not as safe here with electronics as it is in Western countries, even though theft happens there too. They're very good at it. They're very, very good at it. So there was another time that we were moving and the window was down, and you think I would have learned my lesson, but I was still on it. And the person with me said, you need to put that down. And so I just moved to put it down, and a hand reached in the window to grab it from me. And the person I was with put his hand over the hand, and he's like, I don't know what you're going to do, but you can't have the phone. And, we started moving, and the guy had to run alongside the car until he gave up and, jumped out of the car. So I'm telling you this from experience that I've had. And if you're moving in a taxi in Uganda, which is we'll talk about in another segment, don't have your phone out. They'll reach right in the taxi and take it. Like, just don't do it. You'll just be crying and your phone will be gone. So take care of your electronics, okay? Take care of your bag if you're going to move downtown, if you're going to be walking downtown because maybe you're shopping, take care. And honestly, go with Ugandans that because they will help you negotiate and they will help navigate the streets with you and they will help protect you. So don't be careless. Use wisdom. Be aware of your surroundings. Pay attention to what's going on because the people who steal, they follow for a little while, right? And that's why I said in another segment, don't wear flamboyant clothing because that's a neon sign that says, steal from me, I have money. And don't wear expensive jewelry, diamonds and emeralds and things like that. You notice I don't have any jewelry on. Sometimes I wear some Ugandan jewelry, but in general I don't because I just think I don't want to be a target. I don't want to give a thief an excuse to steal from me, so I just don't wear it. I just don't. And I've gotten used to it. It's not a problem now. Because they're already going to say, well, you're a white person, you're a Mzungu, and so you have money, so you need to give me your money. Like, there's already a segment of the population that does that because in every society, in every culture, you're going to find thieves. So you need to use wisdom. And I definitely encourage you not to move around Uganda alone. Do not do it. Do not do it. Really do not do it. I think the other thing regarding security and safety is that if you're from America, you need to register with the American government because it tells them that you are here. So if there's some catastrophic thing that happens, they have your information in their database and they can contact you and say, hey, this is what's going on. So you need to register. If you go to the American Embassy's website, then it will lead you to a link where you can register so that they know where you are. And it's for your safety. It's not for any other reason. They've never contacted me or anything like that. It's just so that they have a head count of how many Americans are here and if they need to get them out or if somebody's been kidnapped. It's smart. So make sure that before you take a trip to another country that you're always registering with the American government so they know where you are. So like maybe you were in Thailand during the tsunami, then they would say, oh, we had so many Americans that were registered, so we need to find them. You see what I mean? That's part of safety. The other thing is that you need to know what the rules are and the laws are here in Uganda. If you are in a vehicle and you are traveling to South Sudan, you're crossing the border, there's a bridge that crosses the Nile. It's against the law to take photos on that bridge, but you wouldn't know because it's not posted, and that's from South Sudan. There's also another bridge here in Uganda that leads to Gulu, which is North Uganda. It takes you up near the border of South Sudan and Uganda. Beautiful bridge, amazing rapids. It's against the law to take pictures on that bridge, but there's no signage. So the police pull you over and they tell you, well, we can take you over to court and take you to jail, or you can pay us this money so we let you go because it's against the law. There's no sign that tells you it's against the law, but I went online to find out it's against the law. So if you're heading to Gulu and you're in a bus, a tour bus or a car or whatever, and you come across the bridge with the rapids, you'll know it when you see it. Don't take pictures because it's against the law, but it's not posted. Another thing about theft and safety The police officers here in Uganda don't typically move in cars. The ones that are guarding officials, the ones that are guarding like the ministers and the members of parliament, they ride in a truck, in a flatbed truck. No, I'm sorry, in a pickup truck, and they have like seats and they sit there with their guns and whatever. They don't typically deal with traffic. They're concerned with protecting the person that they're hired to protect. But the traffic officers stand at the side of the road. They're wearing white uniforms. White, I can't imagine. And all they do is they wave at you. They're like, you stop. And you have to pay attention, because if you drive by, you're going to get in trouble and you have to pull over. And they check the insurance on the car. They check the tires. They check any excuse to say, oh, well, I'm going to have to fine you money. And sometimes they're like, I'm going to have to fine you. I'm going to keep you here. And what they're saying is, right? And you have to decide what you're going to do in that circumstance. And other times you really have broken the rules and they'll print you out a ticket that you have to pay. But typically, because of the level of corruption in a country like this, they're happy if you give them, some money for soda or something. But when it's a Mzungu like me, a lot of times they leave it. You know what I'm saying? Because Uganda's been pretty conscious about that kind of thing lately. They even have hotlines and stuff. So if you run into corrupt police officers, you can even turn them in. And so they'll stop your car not knowing there's a white person there. And then they see the white person and they're like, I can't get money from this person, right? And so they'll just pretend to kick the tires and then tell you to go. But if you get stopped by the police, by the traffic police, just smile and be nice. Really, just be nice. Just, I'm so glad you're doing your job. Must be hard to stand out here in the sun. You have such a great smile. Like, just be nice. Find something nice to say, because oftentimes they really appreciate that. They really do. And so I'm not going to advise anybody to give into bribery and corruption. I'm not. But the truth is, it is part of the culture here sometimes, and you're just going to really have to ask the Lord how to handle that and how to deal with it. But I will tell you truthfully that when it comes to traffic officers, the corruption in Kenya is far worse. Far, far worse. I love driving in Kenya and I hate it at the same time. So you just need to make sure you know the laws of the land when you come here. If you're going to rent a car and drive it, make sure you know the rules. We drive on the opposite side of the road, and there are speed limits, so you need to pay attention to that. And then the speed bumps are everywhere, and they're so hard on your car. So don't think you can drive fast here, because you really can't. Every time you turn around, there's another speed bump or a bad road, or, so make sure that you're careful. And also, if you're going to drive in Uganda, make sure that if you're from America, you go to your local AAA store. You don't have to be a member, and go get an international driving permit. They do it right on the spot. For me, it costs $25. I'm not a member, so that was the cost. And it's good for 1 year. Do not go driving in a foreign country without an international driving permit. You just show them your license, and then they make a card for you that has your picture that they take on the spot, and it just says that it's good for 1 year. So make sure, if you're going to go somewhere and you think you're going to rent a car, get that permit. Because if you don't, in some countries you will go to jail. In other countries you will pay thousands and thousands of dollars. So make sure you do that. Safety and theft. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Just use wisdom. Just use wisdom. Don't be afraid. In Uganda, in town, in Kampala, when you stop at a light, there's certain places where you have all these people who will come up to you, and they sell everything from lawn furniture to toilet paper to mints to soda. Just keep your windows up, and if they come by, because they'll look at you with their sad eyes, and you just go, oh, no, thank you, no, thank you, just do it like this, oh, no, thank you, with a little smile on your face, because they'll get pissed off if you ignore them. Don't ignore them. Just be like, oh, no, thank you, right? And if you see something that you want to buy, it's okay. You just tell the person you're with, hey, how much is that? And you buy it, because sometimes I'll buy some things, but typically I just keep the windows up, and I'm like, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. So don't feel overwhelmed by those things. They happen, and it's okay to say no without you feeling like really pressured, but it's part of the culture here. You won't see that in the village, though. The only time you'll see something else like that is when you're stopping for food, like you're driving and you stop somewhere and they have vendors there that'll run to you to sell the chicken on the stick, or cook the roasted banana, or drinks. So don't feel pressured by it. Kind of enjoy it because it's part of the culture. You should enjoy it. But keep the windows up. If you're not buying something, keep the windows up because they will shove everything in there. And also, whenever we stop, when we're driving, then I will make sure that my wallet and my money and stuff is way down deep on the floor of the car so they can't get it. Like, I'm very conscious. I really pay close attention that all these people are rushing the car and they're wanting you to buy things, but also some people aren't honest and they're looking for what they can steal. They're casing your car. So I always make sure everything is out of sight, zipped away, safe, put in the glove box, whatever, so that it's not easily accessible. Safety and security. So yeah, don't, when you go to eat, make sure you don't just leave your wallet on the table or your purse or whatever. Like, be aware of your surroundings, okay? And the villages are great and people are so friendly, but you need to still be aware. I can't say that enough. You need to be aware because some people aren't so nice and they'll blend in with the ones that are, and then before you know it, you're disappointed in your experience. So just be aware of the laws, be aware of the rules and of your surroundings so that you don't find yourself in a disappointing situation, because for sure you don't want to go to jail here. This is not a place that you want to go to jail. It's not. And a couple months ago there was even an American that was arrested. I don't know the full story. All I know is that they died in custody. So for sure this is not a place you want to go to jail in. Just be aware of the rules. That's the most, if you're aware of the rules, you'll be fine. So I think with that I would like to say be aware, be safe, and enjoy your time in Uganda.